With the release of Proxima Midnight, I know many of you are looking for a good deck to put her in, and man, did we crush it today with our Proxima Midnight discard deck. I think you guys are going to love this one. Let's go ahead and get into it. So today's deck is made up of Meek, Blade, Morbius, Swarm, Dakin, Corvus Glade, Lady Sif, Swordmaster, Dracula, Proxima Midnight, MODOK, and Apocalypse. Now, I've already played 59 games with this deck and have a 61% win rate and a 0.68 average cube gain, which is not bad at all. We had so much fun playing this on stream. Let's go ahead and jump into why we've got these cards in here very quickly, and then any replacements if you guys need those. So first off, I've got Meek. If you don't have Meek, that's okay. You can throw in Wolverine. You can throw in Nebula. You could even throw in Storm if you want to, just to have a replacement card. But I love Meek in discard, especially in MODOK discard, because the opportunity for Meek to hit 8 power is pretty consistent, honestly. And that's a pretty solid stat line for a 1/8. And it's just great on curve because you can play it on so many different turns. You just get it down, you set it and forget it, and it does work for you. Blade is pretty much in any discard deck, a 1/3, super consistent. There's really nothing else to say about it. Morbius is in here as one of your powerhouse cards that can win the game for you very, very easily, especially if you're able to discard Swarm and MODOK that and all that sorts of stuff. If you are missing cards from this deck and you would like to throw in Mystique, you can do that for that Morbius Mystique play. But if you don't draw into Morbius, then your Mystique is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing, but that is always an option. We've got Swarm in here to just put a lot of power down on the board, but also give us a bunch of stuff to discard. And with Proxima Midnight and Meek being in this deck, if you're able to discard Swarm and play it, you can control pretty much where that Meek and where that Proxima Midnight go. Dakin is in here as another powerhouse that people need to pay attention to. Giving you 8 power at a location with very little effort is important and makes Dakin very, very strong in discard decks. So being able to put this on a location to intimidate people, make them commit to it, and then you can discard all that kind of stuff. Dakin is solid. Corvus Glaive is incredibly good. I really, really enjoy playing Corvus Glaive, and having Swarm and hopefully the Maramasa Shard in here and things like that, you can make it to where Corvus Glaive hopefully doesn't discard any really important cards in your hand. Obviously, if it takes out Apocalypse and Swarm, that is ideal. But you do have to be careful when you play Corvus Glaive. A lot of times people will be like, oh, you have to play it early. But if you have Morbius and Dracula in hand and maybe Dakin or whatever, you might not want to play Corvus Glaive because honestly, Dracula is more important than Corvus Glaive. So if you have to play Dracula on 4 and then you need to play Morbius Corvus Glaive on 5, then do that. The goal of Corvus Glaive in this deck is to discard 2 cards, which spreads out so much power for you. It gives 2 power to Meek, it gives 4 power to Morbius, and it also gives you energy. So the goal of Corvus in this is not to play the Sandman ramp deck, get as much energy as you want. It's to literally have a cheaper Hell Cow that also gives you energy. Lady Sif is pretty straightforward. It's in here to discard Apocalypse for you, or even Proxima Midnight if you have that in hand with some cheaper cards. But Lady Sif is obviously always a staple. We've got Swordmaster in here. I just like Swordmaster in this. I don't know why. It's a 3/6, great stat line. And if you are able to get Corvus Glaive down early, and then you are able to play, say, Dracula or Morbius, something along those lines. Final turn, if you don't draw into MODOK, you can play Swordmaster, Blade, and Lady Sif and put a lot of power down on the board. 14 power just with those 3 cards, not including the effects that they have by discarding Apocalypse for Dracula or Morbius and things like that. So just having that Swordmaster is very unexpected. Obviously, if you want to throw in Hell Cow or something like this, you can. It is a little less consistent because Hell Cow will discard 2 things. But if you're somebody who's looking for a way to play Proxima and you don't have, say, MODOK or something like that, Obviously, you can throw in Hellcow, Zabu, you can go that route as well. Dracula is in here as a final turn champion, man. Dracula is absolutely ridiculous. You can also play mind games with Dracula, especially if you've shown your opponent that you've discarded Apocalypse multiple times, say with Blade, Lady Sif, and MODOK. Most people are not going to challenge that Dracula location. So if you are winning that location, or you have other cards in hand that can end up being discarded by Dracula, say Swarm, you can play Apocalypse on another location, and Dracula is just an intimidation factor. And the whole reason that we're doing this video, Proxima Midnight, I do not often tell you to spend your tokens, but if you are somebody that plays MODOK discard and enjoys it, Proxima is incredible. It fits so well in this deck, and you can kind of control where Proxima goes if you have Swarm, and you can fill in certain locations, whatever. There are ways to control where Proxima goes. Obviously, it goes to the lowest power location. But man, like if you are somebody who doesn't play discard, don't spend your tokens on Proxima. Like, just don't. It doesn't really make sense. But if you're somebody who loves MODOK discard and you're able to get MODOK with tokens as well, maybe, then man, spend them on Proxima. So good, so much fun, incredibly powerful, throws down 7 power to where your final turn power swing with Proxima can be absolutely insane, especially if you already have Morbius, Meek, and Dracula down, or even Dakin, like any of them. If you can play MODOK and Blade final turn, discarding Midnight, that already puts you at 18 power on the board just with those, not including what Dracula is going to get, not including what Morbius is going to get. So Proxima just adds a lot of power final turn or in previous turns if you need. Incredibly good card. Really, really good for discard. Apocalypse is the sneaky thing in your pocket that nobody knows about until the final turn when it gets discarded by Dracula. You very rarely play Apocalypse on the board, but like I said earlier, there are mind games that you can play. If you're able to, say you have that Dracula location where just Dracula is at that location, you could get Proxima to go to that location and not have to worry about playing or keeping Apocalypse in hand, and you can play Apocalypse on another location. But ideally what you want is to leave Apocalypse in hand and allow that Dracula to get absolutely massive. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this deck. Some other cards you can throw in here. Obviously, you can throw in Swarm, or not Swarm, sorry, Storm. That was an easy mix-up, where you can play Storm on 3 and play Morbius or Dracula or Dakin, any of those behind it, control that location. Obviously, there's also Zabu, Wong, and Hellcow that you can do if you're missing a couple of these, so you don't have MODOK and you don't have Meek. You could always throw in Zabu and Hellcow or Wong and Hellcow, something along those lines, but obviously not ideal. We've got some great games. Let's get in. All right, not a bad start here. Definitely don't really like the Mindscape if we draw into Apocalypse. If we don't draw into Apocalypse, then okay, cool. Not even an issue. Ooh. Okay. So not the best thing for Meek here. Morbius could be pretty good here on cloning Vats. So could Dakin. If we draw into MODOK, then I'll play Dakin right here. Pretty solid for them. They'll have 4. Not too sure what they would play necessarily. Okay. Do I want to go double Dakin? If I do this right now, I'm going to get 1, 2 cards in hand. I'll be at 6. And that's fine. Because then I can go Dakin Blade. Oh, wow. Yeah, that sucks. I guess it's not the worst, because I'll just end up getting another... I'll just get another Morbius in my hand, honestly. Swarm doesn't feel too bad here. Blade... Morbius. Actually. Yeah, this is what I have to do. So I'd love to top deck either Corvus or Modok here. Those are the two options. Okay. Nice, that's sick. That is that's a solid play for us right there. I'm gonna go Morbius in hand just to make him freak out a little bit. I mean, there's a good chance that they could have a Goliath. So I could play Swordmaster here. It's gonna have a small chance to hit Modok. I'll risk it. It was a little bit scary, but what is that gonna pull down? That sucks, dude. Please don't hit Modok. Wow. Oh, well, now Swordmaster has a higher likelihood of hitting Modok. In fact, I would say that Swordmaster is like 100% to hit it. Could be wrong. Okay. Oh, it's going to get the -4. Brutal. We're winning, though. I'll snap just because. Yeah, nice. So we could play Swarm here and then discard. Like, we were looking pretty good there. We're looking pretty good there. That was a solid one. Okay. Hopefully this isn't a destroy deck. They do have a death avatar. Hala could potentially... Hala won't work for them unless I play on it. Called it. Okay. I was hoping for Apocalypse there, but honestly, this is just fine. Okay. Turn 1 Deadpool, turn 2 destroyed Deadpool is very intimidating, especially if they draw into the rest of their stuff. If they play Hulkbuster here, then we're just gonna leave because it's gonna be a waste of time. Okay, Carnage or Venom? Okay, Carnage. We won't leave yet. 4 is not too scary for us. 25% chance for Swordmaster to do what we want it to. I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so they're drawing into what they need. Deadpool's at 8. Okay, we would love Dracula and Apocalypse here. Okay, that's not bad. I actually don't mind it. Morbius over here. Not gonna play Lady Sif. Gonna hold off here. And 3, 4. We could have 4 subtracted right here. There's a good chance that they go Arnim Zola. If we draw into Apocalypse, then we'll be in a pretty good spot. Wow, that's fairly early. Okay. So, bit of a bummer there. I would say that they're going to play Arnim Zola right here, giving them a 12 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 power over here is what we're going to be adding. We're not going to be adding that much right here. Meek, we could get to fly right here. Or to the middle, which wouldn't be bad. So I'll go here. 12 over here. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we tie that. Oh no, it's a null. Okay. So we lose then. Well, I guess it depends on where the meek goes to. Not really, it's a 2. So, well, no, if meek goes all the way to the right, then we win, right? Yeah, sick. Wow, I don't think I realized that meek would move after Jotunheim. Let's freaking go. Nice. So a little bit of RNG there. It's 50-50, obviously, for meek moving. We didn't draw into Dokken, Proxima, or Apocalypse, which are kind of our big power things within the deck. Obviously, yes, Morbius is big power. Dracula is big power, but only if you draw into Apocalypse. So we got one of our big power cards, got the other, but it's like a chainsaw without gasoline, you know what I mean? But sick, we got it going. All right, nothing to do turn 1. Tarnax could end up being good for us if we get Swarm, and we're able to do some stuff with Swarm there. Nice. I doubt they have Enchantress. Nebula. Okay, they're already going for it. Crimson Cosmos. That pretty much makes us... I was going to say that makes us lose, but it does suck. We've got Dracula, though, to be able to play over here, so... Excuse me, not too worried about it. Throw this down. Yep, so they're gonna end up obviously throwing that 10 over here. They're drawing into it, man. They're getting what they need right now. Nice. This is definitely what we wanted. We can throw this down. They're going to send this over. And hopefully we draw into MODOK, maybe. If we don't draw into MODOK, then hopefully we don't discard our Lady Sif and our Swordmaster. Solid stuff. Yes. Freak yes, dude. That's so good. MODOK. MODOK would be absolutely massive here. Okay, no MODOK for us. Dang. I was going to say this could be bad, but also might not be. They could play Eliath right here, which would be awesome for them. Who knows what these are going to end up being? I think I actually need to go... We'll go Swordmaster first. Eliath? No, DD, okay. What 6 is it going to end up being? That's freaking hilarious, dude. Oh my gosh. Unless these like turn into really stupid 3-drops. Like that.
I am Apocalypse.
What are you gonna turn into? Are you serious?
Die.
Go home, dude. Go home. You know how many 1-drops have more than 1 power? You know how many 3-drops have more than 2 power? Okay. Not a bad start. I guess at this point we're looking for Blade Apocalypse. And that could win it for us with what we have in hand. Dream Dimension not too hot for us. There's the Blade, but coming a little bit too early. But it's okay to have it. We'll go dock in right here and I'll snap. Because we've got a pretty good hand here. All right, they've got LJ. Are they playing Thanos LJ? They are not. That is hands down the worst thing that could have possibly happened for me. Hopefully we can draw into that Stormbreaker. Dude, that's freaking wild, bro. That is wild. I can't believe they got that. What did they discard with it? Jubilee? I mean, that's good for us. We really wanted that, though. Okay. So, never mind. Not the worst thing that could happen to me. I already snapped, right? Yeah. I hate that these two are on the same location, though. That is a bit of a bummer. All right, give me Proxima. Give me Proxima. Pretty solid for you. Big Hoss. That is not Proxima. The real question is, are they going to top deck Hela? Let me get Scar, Jubilee. So I think I need to go... do I go Blade first here? Sick. That was a really bad play by them.
I am reborn.
Well, I don't understand why that was the play, man. I'm going to be honest. That was incredible. Either way, we're good. This just wasn't a good play. This just wasn't a good play. I was bummed out by the Morbius. I guess they didn't top deck Hela or have any cheaper cards to where they could play on Lockjaw and right here. That just seems strange. I figured it was pretty clear that I'd be able to play some cards over here, you know? But hey, that works. All right, we got Meek. Nice, we got Corvus, so we'd love to see potentially Swarm, Dock in, something like that. To maybe have Corvus do some work a little bit early. Okay. Probably nothing for us here, yeah. So now we'd like Apocalypse, Morbius, Dock in. I think they might be playing that Eliath move deck. Is this going to fill me up? I mean, I don't have Apocalypse in hand yet, so committing on Dracula could be bad. I think we go here. Oh, sick. Yeah, I'll snap on this. Just because being able to play Dock-in underneath here is going to be really good, I think. We can go Dock-in. And a blade. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. But what are you going to do? So it looks like they're actually playing Cerebro. So Shuri's Lab is now pretty much out of possibility for them. And if they're playing Cerebro 2, then I feel like we're sitting in a pretty good spot. They could have Shadow King, but that's not gonna beat a MODOK. And Shadow King would level up or no? Not sure. Oh, Blue Marble, okay, but that's gonna go up to a 4, so that definitely doesn't help them out any. Oh.
Victory.
Nice. All right, y'all, so that's the deck. I actually really like Proxima. We weren't able to have her happen too many times during this video, but during the stream today, Proxima won a couple games for us and actually feels really solid as an addition to discard decks. Why don't you guys comment down below and let me know how you're feeling about Proxima. Thank you for hanging out. See you on the next one. Peace out.